Nächsten sind wir besonders gespannt. Ein Mann, der für Norwegen am Start war, dann eine Auszeit genommen hat und für Brasilien ein Comeback feiern wird. Lucas Braathen. Lucas, servus, great to have you here. We are all pretty much looking forward to see you again on the World Cup slopes, but you will be missed in the atomic development department. That's what you did the last month.
Yeah, so it's been, a very interesting year that is behind me. It's been a year of exploring who I am and exploring my other interests and curiosities. One of them taking an even deeper dive with the fantastic family that remained by my side despite my decision of leaving the sport of skiing. And I've learned so much, and it's been so interesting to be able to take a deeper dive into the industry of ski racing and really try to change it from its core, and what a brand to do that with, like Atomic. So it's been an honor, and I've learned so much that I'm still able to bring into my comeback now and to my further development with Atomic that basically feels like it never stopped. So it's just turned back to racing skis again.
So at the end you developed the skis, the equipment for your opponents?
I did, and now I kind of regret it, I think, because like Felid and all the guys are just killing it, and then now I got to fight against them. So we'll see. I've just made myself a greater challenge, and pressure is privilege. So I'll just look at it in that way.
We talked before about your job in the development department. Was it only on the racers side or also for like commercial skis?
So we tried to bridge it, right? So we went from my experience that was way richer in prototype racing skis into try to see how could we kind of affect the commercial space and the skis that end up with the greater audience and target group of skiing. And obviously being able to release my first signature ski with Atomic last year was like sort of the first project to make that come to life. And we tried to take the basis of a standard carving ski that we've known for years now that has an amazing geometry for most skiers, but then try to implement my favorite features of the ski, the racing skis that I competed with in the World Cup, to try to create this product in the catalog that was yet to exist. And I think we nailed that, which was really, really cool to see kind of both our worlds combined and create a product that was yet to exist in Atomic's catalog. So I just want to keep exploring that. And I don't think me becoming a ski racer limits those possibilities anymore. I think, if anything, it can just grow into becoming even more special. So I'm looking forward to see what this can become.
And you signed another 4 years contract. No more words needed about your relationship to Atomic. That's pure trust.
It is. That is the best way of putting it. And obviously my situation and my journey with Atomic has been rather different than many athletes. They took me into the family very, very young. They've given me so much trust. And then despite wanting to retire from alpine ski racing, they kept me under contract, and we found new ways of changing the ski industry. And I would be very surprised to see that type of action happen for many other ski companies in this industry. This industry is extremely brutal. It lives off of statistics, wins and losses. And Atomic chose to go beyond that with me. And that is proving something that means the world to me. So coming back to this project of trying to bring a flag of 200 million people into the sport, there's no brand I would rather do that with than Atomic.
It's so great that you're back. This is the best news for this season. We are a little bit curious about how the response is in the country you're skiing now for. Is there any public interest? Is there any support? Did they realize, do they recognize that you are skiing on the absolute top league?
Yeah, so the main question is, why do you ski? Right? Like, why do you do that weird stuff? And then it's like, that's the entrance of every interview, is kind of explaining them how I ended up becoming a skier and not a football player. And then it's kind of explaining the main dynamic of the sport itself. And what I find interesting about this new chapter is that like it's kind of like starting this whole sport over again, because you're introducing the entire sport to a new target group. And for me, that's like, what an honor to be able to be that person, to bring this beautiful sport to a completely different audience. And you know, there's no possibilities to ski in Brazil. So I think that what I find the coolest aspect of it is that I hope that this mission and this quest of bringing a Brazilian flag into one of the most elegant and biggest winter sports in the world, is that hopefully that can transfer some inspiration to the country of Brazil to show the people that you can come from anywhere and you can be whoever you are, and it doesn't matter whatever your dreams are, they're yours to pursue. I think that's more important than the fact that I'm going to bring ski racing to Brazil. I think the stories can potentially inspire, and that I thrive off of that.
It's a good message, but is there any coverage of the sport? Do they plan to broadcast?
There is, believe it or not. And what is fascinating with the country of Brazil is that the power of sports it's unprecedented. I've never seen anything like it in any other country. They're very driven by the stars that represent them in a sport. So it's a bit this culture of, they don't really care what it is as long as they have someone to root for. So it's been really, really interesting to bring them to this sport that is so far-fetched for them. And still I can wake up to like Brazilians texting me on social media and whatnot and being like, it's going to be so cool to see you ski this winter, but they'd have no idea what they're looking at. And that's really, really exciting. So it's cool. I saw this piece actually, I think it was like a German television channel that went through on Copacabana and like asked people like, have you heard of this guy? And it was like, oh, is that guy that like, the one Brazilian that knows what snow is? Yeah, I heard of him on the news, you know? So yeah, a little bit, yeah.
A last question, is there a chance to describe in a few words the difference between the Norwegian and the Brazilian Skiing Federation?
Well, there's a difference in...
Is there a Brazilian Skiing Federation?
There is. I thought you were meaning more the team, because
no.
In terms of the team, it's a lot of caipirinhas. We focus a lot on the post-skiing activities, like having a lot of fun. Nice. We have a lot of vacations. So that's the main difference, I would say.
So if they're looking for a commentator, interviewer, just tell me.
I got you.
Thank you very much, Lucas Braathen. All the best for the season. So, und last